President of the Center of the American Experiment. And John, you were writing, I think, a couple of weeks ago about the difficulty the president has finding good lawyers. Well, I'll just say it straight up. I mean, that was the worst opening statement I have ever heard yesterday. And I tell you, I would have fired that guy in the corridor 10 minutes afterwards. What did you make of it?
Well, there's two things going on here, Mark. The first is that Donald Trump does have bad taste in lawyers, okay? We saw Michael Cohen. We saw Rudy Giuliani way past his prime. We saw Sidney Powell. But that's not the real story, Mark. The real story is that major law firms and high-profile lawyers don't dare represent Donald Trump. We have seen this over and over again. He has hired top-notch law firms like, for example, the Jones Day firm, one of the biggest in the United States,
right.
And they wind up having to put out a public statement saying, no, we don't represent Donald Trump. The Porter Wright firm wound up withdrawing, one firm after another. My good friend Cleta Mitchell is a senior partner in Foley and Lardner, big global law firm,
right.
Very respected, top lawyer. She did a tiny bit of volunteer advice to Donald Trump after the election. That became public. And the left launched a massive attack on her law firm and the law firm's clients. They were trying to put the law firm, big global law firm, out of business. And she felt she had no choice for the sake of her partners but to leave the law firm. In Michigan, we've got the governor trying to get the lawyers who represented Trump in that state disbarred. So there is not a major law firm in America that would dare to represent Donald Trump.
But given that, John, my friend Conrad Black always says America has more lawyers than the rest of the planet combined, which is apparently statistically true. And you know this, if you've got some schlub working out of a one-room office in some small town and he's representing you in divorce court or in traffic court or whatever, you'd be furious if he did what that guy did yesterday when he's staggering around reminiscing about how everybody in America loves senators. He had a long-playing album of senatorial speeches. What the hell was going through? That was his one opportunity to actually lay out a principled case.
Mark, I cannot explain it. I cannot explain it. I think the 2 or 3 lawyers who are now representing Trump in this proceeding have been on the case for a week or less. I think there were some other lawyers that withdrew. They just came on. I mean, it's a shambles. To be fair, the brief that they wrote was not bad. I thought the brief was perfectly adequate. And one of the ironies, Mark, that lawyer, you could say what you said, but that lawyer is going to win this case. And a month from now, he'll say, I won the biggest case of my life. Rather easily when the Senate voted.
So they'll be teaching that opening statement in law school in 10 years' time.
Probably not. No.
That's an interesting theory of the case, John. The real peril here is if they can find 17 Republican senators to turn. Is that Mark, remotely within the realm of possibility?
No, this thing is an exercise in futility. 45 senators have already voted that they don't think they have jurisdiction. This is over before it began. And the amazing thing to me, what I think is the really significant thing, Mark, is that the Democratic Party is obsessed not with the new administration coming in, not with talking about the things they want to do for the American people. That's the last thing they want anyone focused on. Joe Biden, they're obsessed with continuing to hate Donald Trump as they've been doing for the last 4 years. I find that just astonishing.
Yeah, well, you've got a point there, John. Thank you for that analysis.